And you just want to see the world around you. You want to take in the sights. I know people want to fly through those because they're kind of cool to fly through. That's just not my style. So I've done the shocks on this. The shocks are great. I love these shocks. These are the Legend shocks. I had mine done at Old Glory, Laurel, which is where I'm headed now. If you get a chance to go in there, just let them know Dark Dave sent you, and you'd like to talk to them about shocks. The trike shocks, they're a bit more pricey than I wanted to pay, but the simple thing is, it made it so much better for my wife, who, she loves riding, but the back you bounce around a bit more. I don't care if you have independent suspension or not, you're going to bounce around more in the back because you're right over the rear tires, and it's going to give you a little more bounce. It makes it more of a smooth move, so it's so much nicer. What else have I done? I've got my drink holder, which is a Sura. It is called the Big Ass Drink Holder. That's the actual name, so that shouldn't be a big. I've got the frame-mounted pegs for mine, so I can stick my legs out when it's nice and warm. Cold like this, not so much. I'm keeping my legs up near the engine. I got her similar ones, which go just under. You move up the standard pegs, and you put those under it. My wife's got little tiny legs, so that's not a problem. Let's see. I'll put the little satchels over the coolant reserve, and they just hook on the side of it. It's just little Velcro type slips. I've had no issues with them. They have maintained everything, and the bike is doing great. Let's see, exact mileage right now, 60,294 miles. And that's 250 something miles so far this year. Now, I know it's not a lot, but you've got to understand, I had shoulder surgery at the end of last year, so I lost 2 months of riding season, which really drove me nuts because I was less than 2,000 miles from my 20,000 for last year. So I didn't get 20,000 last year. Kind of ticked me off. I'm like, oh, this year's hit 20,000. And I couldn't drive at all in January. They let me start driving early this month, or February. And I've driven a couple of times, not as much as I'd like. Main reason why is we're going to take it for the vacation, because we always take vacation in February. I'd love to have had it down in North Carolina and South Carolina. South Carolina, we had 80 something degrees. But the fact of the matter is, we knew coming back there was supposed to be this major storm. It did hit. We'd have been riding through it, and the wife is not fond of A, cold, B, snow, and I really don't like ice on the bike. So we chose not to. It was a wise decision. Yes, I could have trailered it down and trailered it back, but we wouldn't have been able to put the trailer in the hotel parking that we had. And I don't really trust a lot of the out parking areas, if you know what I mean. But I noticed after they did the tune-up, the bike is a little louder. Why? I really don't know. I don't care. It sounds good. I think it's the simple fact of it's got 60,000 miles on it. This bike will easily do 300,000 miles as long as you maintain everything on it. How can I say that so confidently? It's a Harley. A Honda will do the same thing. Why? Well, I had a Honda and I had over 100,000 on it. I know the camera's not picking this up, but we have fluffies coming down. If you don't know what fluffies are, it is flurries, basically small snow bits that are dropping from the sky. So I'm going to go to the dealership, do the check-in, do things so I can put in for the free bike, and then I'm going to head home so so I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. I could have taken the highway the entire way, but I chose to go down this way so that I would have a little more good sound. Now, I was covering how good the bike is at 60,000 miles. Engine-wise, I've had no issues. I've had to change the reverse. I am on the 4th reverse from original because it just kept going out on me. Hopefully this one doesn't. But again, I rarely use the reverse. I did put on new shocks because the original shocks were not the greatest. The Legend shocks are designed specifically, at least wise for these, were designed specifically for the trike. And let me tell you, it made a world of difference for my wife, and it also makes a lot of difference for me up front. I don't hit bumps like I just did and feel like I just groined myself. Also makes turns a lot smoother, which I very much like. So I had to tighten it down just a touch. Right here, out of cruise control. Well, thank you guys for joining me. You have a marvelous day, and I will catch you soon. Get in there. One thing, whenever you're parking, you have heated gear or you have heated seat, heated grips, make sure you turn your stuff off. Don't hurt your battery or the engine or the other stuff by leaving it on. Camera did not like the cold. This one is fine with the cold because it heats itself up basically. So we're going to go in. I'm going in the maintenance side to give them my mileage. And I'm walking you in with me. Maintain bikes, bikes needing work, bikes used, etc. Some of these fun people.
What's going on, trouble?
Not much. I figured I'd come in and give you guys my mileage. So the mileage is. Okay, 60,307. And how are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
So this is Tells. It's Drew. I had to mess.
Also have our new advisor, Adrian, behind you.
Adrian, there's Sorry, I didn't see Adrian when I walked in. I saw somebody, but it didn't. How are you doing? Not bad. So you guys got a supervisor?
Yep, that's our new supervisor, Adrian. No, he's the new advisor.
Okay, I was like,
We're working on making the super advisor.
Okay, okay. All right, well, I'm going to shut this off. Thank you guys for following.